Hey guys, this is Seth here with a very big update video. I'm recording this on the 4th. Of course, unlike the other videos, I don't even really see the point in telling when you guys what time, like what day I'm recording this because this is actually going to be up later in the day anyway. So you guys are seeing this in the same day I'm recording it. Whatever. Anyway, it is a big update video though. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. You probably aren't because only 10 of you actually watch my videos anyway, but nevertheless, there is unfortunately some bad news I do have to share, and it's mainly because it's something that I've kind of been dwelling upon within the last half a year or so, and it just slowly kind of worked its way towards that direction. Um, and I just, if you, I've been hinting at it for the last few months, in OPs that that this has been kind of, you're probably already aware of it by now if you've seen my videos. If you haven't though, let me explain. Um, Starting, let's see, I'd say in approximately over a week, I'd say December 15th. Um, of course, will be the last week before not Thanksgiving, before Christmas. Um, like the last full week from the looks of it. Yes, no? Actually, no. Okay, no. There's a week after that. Okay, I'm derping so hard right now. Uh, okay, yeah, the week before Christmas. Okay, yeah. December 15th. Will be mid-December, and you guys are probably thinking, Donnie, are you taking a Christmas break? Well, yes and no. Yes, I will be. You won't hear much from me YouTube-wise in the latter half of December. But there is another reason why there won't be much in the way of content for YouTube other than the Minecraft videos, because I scheduled those videos so far out, and there's so many episodes that I wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna go all the way until like the following spring, if I recall correctly. So it's if not February, March, or April, I believe. But that's how far out these videos go. These Minecraft episodes I recorded earlier this year. But anyway, like I was saying, there is another reason why that videos will be easing up on the channel is because unfortunately I have decided that I'm not going to do Let's Play content, or at least scheduled Let's Play content for the channel anymore. You are no longer going to be seeing two LPs each day, Monday through Friday, as you've been seeing for the channel for like the last. I've been doing that for the channel for the last 2, 3 years, I think. Especially within the last 2 years. Um, it has just gotten to the point now where, like, if you've seen my videos, especially like Gutterball or whatever, because you guys did, I know quite a few more of you saw that. If you guys have seen, my videos throughout the last 6 months, I've been kind of struggling to come up with any ideas for content. Once I finished the Sonic 52 Chow Garden, that went for so damn long that it was kind of filler anyway from any other games I was gonna do. Um, and then what happened was every game that I played, I ended up ending them too earlier than I expected to, and usually because of things like getting stuff done a lot quicker than I expected to, or simply because of the fact that the game I just couldn't continue playing it because it was just getting on my nerves, which is unfortunate because I don't play games to get pissed. I don't do that. Um, but I did go and constantly brainstorm up game ideas, things like that. And I just couldn't come up with anything. Like by the time Uno was beginning near its end, I just felt like, you know what? I can't come up with anything. Um, that was the main reason why I decided that scheduled LP content was just going to end. It just felt like I couldn't come up with any content. I can't give you guys content if I can't think of any. The issue also is because there's not a huge library of games I can do for the channel. YouTube has gotten very finicky about copyright. I've started seeing my own videos get hit with this, ad, like this kid-friendly content guideline stuff that everyone else has been getting hit by. Um, I really haven't been able to, come up with any game ideas because, as I said, there really hasn't been any capability for me to. If it's either it's a game I'm not interested in, it's a game that would probably cause problems for me to record. It's a game that would probably, I couldn't record because of it being on a console. I need a capture card. Capture cards are really difficult for me to set up and stuff like that. There's also the matter of just I don't have that much of a variety in games I can play. Like, I don't really play shooter games all that much. I don't really play RPGs all that much. I mainly like casual games. I play games like pinball, for God's sake. I play pinball. I want to do pinball arcade for the channel so badly, but I've had to hold back because I don't know if there's going to be any, you know, I don't know how copyright is going to work. I know, based on the people I talk to on in the Twitch pinball community, they do occasionally upload pinball arcade videos to YouTube. The unfortunate thing is, it's random what videos are going to get hit with copyright or not. Um, what tables? I can't really handle that. There's no way I can actually uh, play Pinball Arcade for you guys for YouTube. As much as I really want to play that for the channel, I can't. I can't really. There's not a whole lot of pinball games I can play for the channel that would be LP, friendly. That's not to say that pinball was going to be completely dead on the channel. Like, I'll get to what actually is going to happen with content later on, because I'm not ending video content as a whole. Just me doing 2 videos a day, you know, through Monday through Friday. And more than likely, when Minecraft comes to an end early in the year, like when those episodes finally finish, it's probably gonna apply to that too. Um, Truth be told, I can't handle, like, it's also the matter of just not having the motivation to doing it. I may as well, like, tell you guys this right now. Like, you guys have probably already figured, this much, based on what I've said on Twitter, based on what I've suggested in Twitch chats, but emotionally, I'm not really, I wouldn't say stable, but I have a lot of anxiety, I have a lot of depression. Um, it I'm stressed out beyond all belief because of IRL stuff. Um, I don't even know what to say, really. Like, there's a lot of things going on in my life that I can't really tell you guys. Um, not really, not just because the fact that I can't tell you guys, but also stuff that I really just I don't want to talk about it. It's not really my thing to talk about. I don't want to talk about how depressed I am and how just getting out of bed is a struggle for me sometimes, and how I'm sometimes in bed for like 12 plus hours because I'm just so damn lacking in energy because my depression just saps away all the energy out of me. And with my anxiety for stuff like, with the current political situation going on in my country right now, and among other things, it's like it just makes it very difficult to motivate myself to give you guys this content, in a scheduled way. It felt more and more like a chore to do it. And I don't, and if it felt that way when you guys watched my content, that's why. I was basically forcing, the heater just came on. The ability to just force myself, I couldn't just force myself into it anymore. I just, what is it like? Even though I only spent like an hour recording content, I would get up, and almost every Thursday, it was always, I have to record, content for the channel. Like, I wasn't even happy to do it. It's like, it didn't help that I was playing games that just got repetitive and, stuff like that. And, I don't want to give you guys content where I'm just a big, dull nothing. I mean, because then you guys get depressed, you guys are uninterested in watching the content, and you move on to other videos, or you just go do something else. I mean, I can't really blame you. It didn't help the matter that my being autistic and having attention deficit disorder like I have, It means I get a monotone voice and I sound like I'm lacking in energy all the time, stuff like that. Just and like I said, the depression doesn't help matters because it just saps away all my energy. So, I'm talking like this through the entire video. Hey guys, this is a fear, and it just gets it's just boring. I'm sure you guys don't like to hear that. You just hear a dull, depressed Donnie all the time, and I can't really blame you guys for tuning away and there being only 10 of you. But the fact that there's only 10 of you watching is not why I stopped. Just saying, like, just the fact that only one of you are watching is what helped me keep going for as long as I did. Um, but emotionally and just emotionally, I just can't, you know, I just don't really feel like I can keep up with it anymore. It's not the main, for the record, it's not the main reason why I stopped. I kept going anyway because I like talking to you guys, I do like talking to you guys, and it is an escape from all the like crap I go through. And I'm not trying to make it sound like, you should feel bad for me or anything. Like I don't want to make it sound like I'm asking for a pity party or anything. I'm just saying this is part of the reason why I felt like Let's Plays were becoming, it just wasn't worth doing Let's Plays for the channel anymore. Um, it's just it's really tough to it's really tough to get on with your life and do stuff like this when like everything about you is just you just feel like I don't even know how to way to put it really. I mean, when you feel like you're not really you just feel worthless. Um, and it got really bad last year. My depression and my anxiety, got really really bad last year. Not because I was doing a whole bunch of stuff, but mostly because things just IRL stuff just escalated and it just got horrible. And it hasn't gotten any better this year. Not by much. Um, I just I've dealt with eye allergies this year. I assume they're eye allergies. I don't know for sure. Um, you know, that's an example. There's things that I've mentioned, in Twitch chats and stuff like that. I'd rather not talk about like audibly. I, it's bad. Like, it's definitely not, you know, it's not something I just feel talking. I just don't want to talk about it, because I go to this stuff I do LP content and content for the channel to get away from this stuff. Like, but it's just gotten to the point now where my depression and anxiety and you just feel like you're not really wanted. It, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I don't really feel like I'm wanted in the Sonic community. You know, um, it really feels like people just don't like me, or they feel like it would just be better if I was not around, or you know, or they just feel like I'm just an over emotional jerk. It That's part of the reason why I've kind of branched out from Sonic immensely in the last year. Um, it's just I don't want to make it sound like I'm really. Again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm asking for pity or anything like that. I'm just explaining how I feel and just explaining, what's going on here. And I'm just kind of thinking of this stuff off the top of my head, so I know I'm gonna forget some stuff, but um, it's hard. It really is. It's just it's difficult, but I just take it day by day and go with the flow, and just because I'm depressed and having anxiety doesn't mean I don't have hope. Um, it's difficult, it's very difficult, and in you're probably wondering, like, you I don't know how to really I don't even know how to talk about it, really. It's just, do you really feel like, you know, I, I'm just trying to think of how to say this. Like, if you're wondering why, if just in case you're wondering if I'm not why I'm not crying or anything, it's just I've cried myself out, to be honest. I mean, I've gotten kind of used to being in the state I am, and just crying is just difficult for me. It doesn't seem like it, but I do cry on occasion because of this. Um, because of everything going on. Not the Sonic community thing. That doesn't make me cry. It's just as a things going on as a whole. Um, but that said, I did want. Speaking of LP content, I did want to do Sonic Mania for the channel. But after what happened with the review, a quote unquote review, it was actually just my first impressions, really. Whoa, computer, please. No, don't fade out. I know I've been talking for a while, but damn. Uh, it was pretty clear to me that people did not like what I had to say about Mania. That coupled with how this fan base has been reacting to Sonic Forces has made me very, very, very anti. You know, I really do not want to do any Sonic LPs for the channel for now, because this fan base has really, really irked me. For what is supposed to be a Sonic community, I do not see the community in it. I see a Sonic war in this fan base. And sure, you could say, "Well, this has always been the case, Donnie." It's no. Here's the thing: when Rise of Lyric came out, nobody was really. It wasn't like people weren't really at war with each other, and it didn't really feel like it was opinions against opinions and stuff like that. I did accidentally hit my mic there. But with Forces, this game is so divisive and so controversial in how people feel about the game. This community doesn't even try to just. It just seems like it's always at war with each other. As I said, more than ever. And talking about Forces is just absolutely damn impossible for me. I cannot talk about Sonic Forces every time. It doesn't even have to be related to Sonic Forces. Just Sonic as a whole. You cannot talk about Sonic without bringing up Sonic Forces, because the game just came out, I know, but Sonic Forces is not the only thing to talk about. That's Sonic. I want to talk about good things about Sonic because they are out there. But I can't talk about these good things because people just obsess over Forces and how much they hate the game, and how much they dislike this and dislike that, and how some teams crap, and how this thing and the next thing. It's just, I just want to talk about good things with Sonic. I get you don't like Sonic Forces, but I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about how much you don't dislike this game. I don't care. If you dislike Sonic Forces, okay then. Like, who cares? You know, the same people who, like certain, I'm not going to call any name, but there's some people that really wish would just stop. It's a damn video game. You can play other games. You can play other Sonic games. They're out there. You know, they're there. Um, it's there's nothing stopping you from not playing. Like, there's nothing stopping you from playing. Like, you're not being forced to play Sonic Forces. I know, forced. Haha, funny. Nothing like. Nobody is making you play this game. Nobody is making you have to talk about this game. You act like people. You're being like people. Like some people are acting like they have to talk about this game. You know, like even the smallest things they have to approach and approach this game and start ranting about it on a daily basis on Twitter. They have to go on forum threads and go on and on about how this. It's like, guys, it's a video game. Is there other things you can do besides complaining about a video game every single minute of the day? Because as much as I can understand why people dislike Sonic Forces. I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want to jump to conclusions about Sonic Forces because at this video's recording, I have not played Sonic Forces yet. I haven't had the ability to. Um, I played Sonic Mania. I've 100% Sonic Mania now. But Forces I have not really been able to play yet. But judging from what I've seen of the game, I can understand both sides. I can definitely see why people love playing the game, and I can see why people dislike playing the game. Because there are different things like. There are different opinions you can have about this game. Like there are Boost fans and people like. I'm sorry. I'm going about Sonic Forces right now, but the whole point was the lack of being able to talk about do Sonic LPs, and lack of being able to really play the new Sonic games ultimately contributed to me not being able to do Sonic LPs for the channel, and that's also kind of contributed to me not having ideas for LPs, which contributed to me running out of ideas for LPs, etc., etc. But I got way off track there. I'm sorry, but it just is just further indicative of just how frustrated I am. Because I part of why I haven't really been able to blow off all my depression and anxiety is because I go to talk to you guys about Sonic and games and stuff like that, and I write articles and have a good time, and then I feel like I go into this fan base, and all I see is Sonic Forces is this, Sonic Forces is it's like I just want to talk about Sonic, Well, that's all I want to do, and it's kind of difficult to do that when everyone it's acting like Sonic Forces punched them in the stomach, it and they act like they have no. It's like people are forcing them to sit on a computer like damn Scrooge, and it's just like how Ebenezer Scrooge, like in the beginning of the game, he's just like sitting there, just like and humbug, and it's just like that's how I feel like some of these people, like some people, I'm not gonna name any names, have been with Sonic Forces. It just seems like people are just sitting there, getting just sitting there like they're forced to just put up with it. You don't have to put up with like Sonic and Sonic Forces and stuff like that. You can go do other things and you have fun there. And you can talk about that stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. Like, you don't always have to talk about just Sonic Forces. I mean, there's no law that says you have to, spend every single minute of the day talking about this game as if, it's such a like no one's forcing you to go on about this game, you know. And I know what people are gonna say, like, Johnny, we can have opinions too. That's not the point. And that's also the reason why I haven't really been able to, go on about this and talk about this. Because it's like, you guys seem to really, really dislike the fact that people can't really explain their cases for why they feel, the way they do. It's like people and if you go to say it, it's like, oh, you're being toxic. And it's like, no, I'm not being toxic. I just want people to, you know, talk about things that aren't Sonic Forces and just, not being a. I'm saying you guys shouldn't be toxic. I only react to things that are in the current climate. Like say for example, what's this issue with Sonic Forces right now in the Sonic fan base? It's my talking about this is because of what's going on right now. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm toxic. If I was toxic, I would have been making a. I've been raising all sorts of hell right now. But I haven't really been doing that. To be honest, I've been kind of keeping myself for the most part. I just don't feel like it was really worth it. And it's worth noting, I'm wearing a Sonic T-shirt right now. You know, and I'm saying that because I'm not. I'm still a Sonic fan. I still want to talk to you guys about Sonic. It's just for now, I just can't really do that. Sonic Forces just makes it impossible to do that. Um, it's like this fan base is just at war with amongst themselves, and it just stinks. 'Cause, a lot of people just want to get away from stuff that's going on like IRL, and they just want to talk about stuff that interests them and have a good time. And it's like you can't really do that when it just seems like everyone's not having a good time because they hate Sonic Forces. And they act like that this is the only thing they can talk about when it's not. The Sonic Mania, even. I can understand people talking about Sonic Mania. It's nice to see people being positive about that game. But then when as soon as Sonic Forces comes up, for every good comment about Sonic Mania, there's like 3 or 4 comments about Sonic Forces, and they're never really good. So, I mean, but anyway, I've gone long enough about this. I got very sidetracked and stuff like that. But it's just part of what ultimately led to this LP thing. The other reason why was, as I said, like it was just editing was becoming kind of a hassle because you know my schedule has gotten busy now. Not busy enough to the point where I could join at least another site or two for doing articles or whatever, but spending like 2 hours waiting for me to deal with editing stuff like that. Editing is not in. It's something that takes a few hours. And it's not exactly something I can do. Um, and as I said, with my depression and anxiety, it just makes editing just not possible. It's very demotivating. Um, and it's just like I said, I just ran out of ideas. That right there is the main reason why. Everything I have explained, this whole Sonic community thing, my depression, anxiety, that stuff is not what ultimately told me, okay, this isn't going to work anymore. The lack of ideas I had for this is really the main reason why. The other reasons just sort of contributed to it, yeah, but they weren't the final straw for me. Um, what was the final straw is when you guys see the rest of Shell Shock Live, because it's only going to be Shell Shock Live from here on out for the next week, 2 weeks or so. And then it'll end on the 15th, and that'll be the last day for scheduled OP content. And then the Minecraft episodes I had already scheduled will go until springtime. After that, um, we'll see. Like I said, LP content schedule. It's just gonna be scheduled LP content. Videos are not gonna stop. Um, I'm still gonna do videos for you guys. Still gonna upload them. You know, but I do want to talk about Nintendo stuff too. I want to talk about Sonic stuff, and talk about Sega stuff. And I don't want to limit it to just Sonic. Especially now with Sonic Mania and Sonic Force being out, and there being a lull in the news, and It's gonna quiet down. So, but you guys are gonna see stuff. If I'm gonna ramble about stuff too, you might see me play random games too. In the background, to kind of so that way you don't see things like right this video where you just see a giant logo staring at you. Um, but I do want to do eventually. I'll do just solid gameplay stuff too. Just random gameplay session, but just randomly talk and just things like that. I'd say the channel's gonna get a lot more casual, so to speak, in terms of its content. It's just basically go with the flow, so to speak, instead of just scheduling things. Um, and we'll see. It's like I said, there might even be LP content. Maybe maybe someday I will go play Mania for the channel. Um, and just sort of do a session of it and just stick it up onto YouTube. And then you guys will just watch me play Mania for 2 hours or something. I don't know yet. But one thing is this: scheduled content is not gonna happen anymore. That's the main thing That's the main point for all this. Um, but that said, guys, I think I've covered everything I needed to cover. I'm sure I missed some other reasons as well. Um, there, I apologize for this video being depressing and sad and stuff like that. But it really just, I, I really just don't like the fact that I just cannot come up with any ideas for videos anymore. For LP content, scheduled LP content, and it's just kind of the point now where I just felt like it's just time to start doing change the game, change the my plans for the channel. Um, but yeah, I do apologize for this being depressing and sad stuff like that. But I want to give you guys stuff. But in any case, take care, guys.